Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Elevate with Ellecia, where we do talk about on this channel everything personal and career success the biblical way, because we are totally into the manifestation of our God-given purpose in this season. So just a little bit about me. I am an award-winning author and entrepreneur. I am a transformational speaker and coach, and I am also into sales and customer service training and coaching. So guys, I'm going to do this video about how you can transition, how to create a transition plan if you want to move from your 9 to 5 into starting your own business. And this is a question that I'm asked a lot, guys. And I'll be doing a series based on the questions that I do get asked a lot, so that, I can just provide the feedback where a lot of persons can be edified all at once. So this is quite popular. There are quite a number of persons who are in their 9 to 5 right now, and they're thinking to themselves, how do I really transition into starting my own business? So there are a few things that I want to say as a precursor, guys, before I actually go into the points that I have. So of course, you have to have a solid business idea. That is the number one thing. So is it something that you're passionate about? Is it something that you know that when it becomes difficult, you're not going to abnegate, you're not going to just throw in the towel because you just feel like you cannot take the stress? So you have to first evaluate the business idea and ensure that this is something that you love, something that you're passionate about, and that is something that you actually want to do. Precursor number 2, you want to develop a solid business plan. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. I have said this before in a similar video of how important it is to set up a business plan, because it will allow you to highlight your business goals, your target market, your marketing strategies, your financial projections, your operational plan. All of these have to be outlined in your business plan, guys, so that you can use it as a foundational element. When you feel like you're lost, you can always go back to that business plan and then try and get an understanding as to why you actually started this business from the get-go and where you should go based on the plans that you initially had. Precursor number 3, assess your financial position. Guys, this is so big. Like, I know so many persons, right? They are passionate about what they want to do. They feel excited about what they want to do. And there's nothing wrong with excitement and passion, right? But look, you cannot do anything without money. We can all concur on that one, right? Like, you need to assess your financial state. Are you really in a position to start your own business right now? Do you have money stocked aside? Once you're starting your own business, there are so many things that you would need to ensure. There's an investment that you would have to make, whether it be from your own funds or you're taking a loan. You have to ensure that you have some form of financial backing. And so you have to do a solemn assessment and be honest with yourself as to where you want to go. And precursor number 3 is that you want to start part-time, okay? Like, guys, do not resign your job to say you're going to full-time entrepreneurship without doing all of these things that I said before. You want to assess the business idea, start a business plan, assess your financial position, and then the best thing that I suggest based on experience, guys, is that you want to start part-time. Because starting part-time will allow you to get some understanding as to it's almost like you're testing the waters. Yes, you're now testing now to see how will this actually work out. And of course, while you do have your 9 to 5, then you do have the ability to take some of that money that you're earning and then pump it into this business idea. So those are the precursors, guys. And I have had the experience where it can be very daunting when you really are passionate about something and you don't have the financial backing to do it. So how do you transition? The first thing that you want to do, this is starting part-time, is that you want to build your support network. So you want to start interacting with fellow entrepreneurs, persons that you know who are doing something similar. You want to know, talk to supportive family members and friends, guys. Note the operative word, supportive, because we can't tell everybody everything, right? Like, we know this. So it must be supportive people that you're telling. You want to seek the advice and encouragement of persons that would have had some form of experience in this era, in the industry, and of course, seek some form of mentorship so that you do not feel like you're heading down this road alone. While you're doing that, guys, you want to ensure that you're developing your skills. Like, this is also very, very important, because you want to now identify what are some of the gaps that I have. So for example, you want to start a coaching business. Are you a shy person? Do you have a problem getting in front of a crowd to speak? If you're a coach, you may be called to do speaking engagements. If you're a coach, you may be called to do some form of training. If this is an area that you want to go into and you realize that you have a public speaking issue, then guys, there are millions of videos out there on YouTube that you can now go to. There are free courses that are there that you can now go to try to enhance your skills in this area and enhance your expertise before you actually delve into it, even on a part-time basis. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you want to do is that you want to create a transition plan and an analysis. That's an actual plan and that's an actual analysis, guys. So you have to ask yourself the question. You are now doing this part-time. So you do have your 9 to 5 and you do have something that you're doing on the side, right? You want to now ask yourself, what are the cues that I'm going to look for to actually resign? What is the timelines that I am setting? So you're now delving now deeper into your financial affairs, into the projections of the business. You're now looking at, okay, what capacity do I have and how much money can I earn by selling this product, or how many contracts will I actually need to actually ensure that I can now resign this job and now go fully into this part-time hustle that I would have started. You want to look at a revenue goal. So what revenue goal would you need to hit as a cue and as an indicator that it is now fine for you to now go ahead and resign this 9 to 5 and go fully into this business. The other thing, which is number 3, is to prepare for the transition. So you have done some precursor work, you have had the necessary conversation, you're seeking mentorship, you're developing the skills, you're actually working on the transition plan. The next thing is to prepare for the transition. So you want to take those practical steps for the transition, guys. So, and this mainly has to do with your finances. So you want to look at, what emergency fund can I start? Do I have enough money that can cover my expenses within the next 3 to 6 months? What are some of do you need to now talk to your manager? And of course, you need to be careful with that, because you don't want to give an indication that you're resigning by a certain time and this does not work out. So you have to be careful with that. Do you need to now update your LinkedIn profile? What are some of the things that you can do now as preparation for the transition? And then, of course, you've done all of those, is now activation stage. So you have now gone into solidifying your possibly emergency fund. You have now literally delved into what is my capacity now to resign this job. You want to now start thinking about activation. So the business would have now gotten to the place where you feel like you have generated enough and you feel confident enough to now run away from this full-time job and just take this on fully. Why? Because you've done the prep work, you've done the preparation, guys. You have highlighted all the things that needed to be highlighted, and you are now ready to now go into this project, into this business on a full-time basis. And you now have a certain level of confidence that, look, if I go into this, I have the capacity to pay my bills, to pay my expenses, and I now have the capacity for this business to survive. And guys, once you would have done that, I'm telling you, this stage is the most difficult stage, because you're now going to think, am I really ready? You're actually going to think, do I really have the capacity to do this? Guys, I'm going to tell you, just from now, right? Like you will start to have second thoughts because it's also happened to me. And then the final thing as a bonus, guys, is that you want to stay flexible and adapt. Like many a times we plan and it does not always work out as planned. And that's okay, guys. The important thing is that you would have taken that leap of faith. So you want to stay flexible. Things will not always go as though we want it. Circumstances will change at times. But hear what? All you need to do is just to continue pressing forward. Guys, I know this is the time and season where quite a number of persons are now thinking, how do I develop this idea, this passion that I really have? And these are some strong steps that you can now take. If you need any help with that, guys, please go ahead, leave a comment down below. You can send me an email to softsuccesslife@gmail.com, and you can be sure to pick up one of my books. I'll have the links. Well, I am actually an author of 3 books. I have the links down there below. And one particular one would have been the Sales and Customer Service Book of Wisdom, which is an excellent book that you can now use to traverse the world of sales and customer service. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss any of these juicy videos. Guys, thank you so much for joining, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next video.